Strong players throughout history have played this move. Garry Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, Bobby Fischer, and you. They've chosen a fun and flexible first move, developing your knight early in a sideline of the perk. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. Oops, you gave up a pawn, capturing your hanging pawn. It is good strategy to develop your piece and win a tempo on a knight, moving their threatened knight to safety. Developing your bishop strengthens your opening setup. This move clears the way to bring their bishop into the game. You had a chance to play something better. A straightforward recapture. Your best move was to castle kingside. They are right on target. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Their bishop is a fianchettoed, ready to influence the board from the long diagonal. Develops the knight and attacks the center. They castled kingside, placing their king in a safer spot away from the center. Your opening setup's taking shape nicely. Their rook is now active on an open file. This move cuts off the check from the rook, keeping your king safe. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your best move was to castle to the same side as the opponent. They are striking at the center to fight for space. Your opponent's advantage has turned into a winning position. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. You apply pressure to your opponent's pawn chain. They took your pawn for free. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble, defending their hanging pawn. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. This move protects their pawn, which was vulnerable with insufficient defenders. You trade off equal material. A clear recapture. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. Their better move was to offer an equal trade of pieces. You get a chance to push the pawns further toward the king. You are threatening to win material through a double check. They missed a chance to capture a free pawn. That was a fair trade. Their king steps away from the check by your pawn. This move will win a bishop with correct play. A straightforward recapture. You won a bishop for free. I like their choice. This pin ties down their knight, reducing its flexibility. You get a chance to eventually win material. You missed an opportunity to win material through a tactic. Another piece joins the board for your opponent. You had an opportunity to win material through a tactic. Their best option was to capture the checking queen. Your better option was to move a queen to safety. You permitted the opponent to move a rook to a more active position. They bring out their bishop, increasing their control over the center. Well done, an excellent move. This move gives you the opportunity to win their knight. This move will win a knight with correct play. You are threatening to checkmate the king. This move protects their knight, which was vulnerable with insufficient defenders. This is the way to win material. They are threatening to tactically win a queen. You captured a free bishop. They've pushed their passed pawn, turning it into a stronger threat. Not the best move, but not bad either. They blocked the check from your queen. It makes sense to simplify with trades. This is a fair trade. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. You are going to lose your rook to this fork. This is a fine move. Capturing your hanging rook. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between your queen and their king. Very good choice. A clear recapture. No surprise, you had to move your rook to safety. Your opponent set up a fork, which will win your knight. You escaped the check from the rook. They took your knight for free. This move will win a pawn with correct play. They moved the rook to safety. You captured a free pawn. They moved their king out of the check from your rook. Well done, an excellent move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. This is a fine move. They played one of the best moves here. Very good choice. They moved their king out of the check from your rook. Well done, an excellent move. They made one of the top moves in this position. Nice, definitely the right move. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. This is a fine move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. I like their choice. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. They played the strongest move available. Good job defending that knight. They are threatening to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. You stopped your opponent from being able to tactically win a knight. They move their king out of the check from your rook. A good choice to move your threatened knight. They capture your rook and will win material after all trades are completed. A logical capture. Their better move was to recapture a piece. This moves your knight to a safer square. Pushing their passed pawn. Very good choice. They played one of the best moves here. That was an even swap of material. A straightforward recapture. Good job, that's what I would have played too. Defending their hanging pawn. Yes, this is the way. They made one of the top moves in this position. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Decent move, but they had a better one. You won a pawn for free. Their better move was to move a piece to safety. You get a chance to create a passed pawn. You exchange pieces of equal value. They eliminated your passed pawn before it could do damage. Passed pawns must be pushed. I like their choice. Well done, an excellent move. Precise move from your opponent. This is the way to win a pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your knight. This moves your pawn to a safer square, capturing your hanging pawn. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. They played one of the best moves here. Now, your opponent can't stop you from winning material if you make the right moves. They are threatening to eventually win a knight. Not the best move, but not bad either.